matchup between a 2 and a 15 seed in the East region. Remember, that's the bottom left corner of your bracket. This matchup at the very bottom left of your bracket. In this one, we've got the number 2 seed Marquette Golden Eagles taking on the number 15 seed Vermont Catamounts. For Marquette, what a season it's been for the Golden Eagles. No one picked them to do anything this year, really, in the Big East. And man, did they prove everybody wrong. 28-6 on the season. They win the Big East regular season title, and they win the Big East tournament. So double champions there for Marquette. The Golden Eagles love to play offense. They're 8th in the nation in offensive efficiency. They move the ball tremendously well, and they're also just really efficient from all throughout on the offensive side. They're 5th in 2-point percentage offensively. That is tremendous, and it's going to help them out big time to get consistent buckets going into the tournament. Marquette also has tremendous balance on offense. They've got 2 really solid guards in Kolek and Jones, and then they've got 2 really solid post players who could score in the paint as well in Prosper and Iguodaro on the inside. That gives them a lot of balance from an offensive standpoint. From a defensive perspective, Marquette pretty average on the defensive end. That's really the one knock on this Golden Eagles team. They are terrific at forcing turnovers. They put pressure on opposing guards. That could be big for them in the tournament. My question for Marquette is, can they guard well for consecutive games to make a run in this tournament? What happens when a team comes out shooting really hot against the Golden Eagles? Will they fold, or will they be able to lock in on the defensive end and win a tough game? I'm just not sure, but in this game, I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem. On the flip side, we've got the number 15 seed Vermont Catamounts, who win yet another American East Conference tournament. 23-10 on the year for the Catamounts. They played a really tough non-conference schedule this year, so they actually had a losing record until really about the halfway point of the season. Now they've won 15 in a row, and they're back to their winning ways. This team is pretty solid from an offensive perspective, especially for a mid-major. They're very guard-heavy. They rely a lot on dribble penetration, and their guards getting into the paint, either finishing in the paint or kicking out for open threes. They're also a solid shooting team as well. The player to watch out for Vermont is Dylan Penn, their senior guard, averaging just under 14 points per game this year. He has been red hot. He was tremendous in the American East Conference tournament. He's going to look to carry that over to the NCAA tournament. Now, this Vermont team is bad, frankly, on the defensive side of the basketball. This is where they're not great, I'm going to be honest. The one thing they do well is they rebound pretty well on the defensive end. 6th best, actually, in the nation, so very solid defensive rebounding team, but defense is definitely a problem for this Vermont squad. That is my big concern. Can they defend a power conference school like Marquette, and especially a team that's red hot? I'm just not so sure right now. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. Not a lot of defense really from either team in this one. I think Vermont's going to hang with them for quite a bit of this game. If I had to put this game on the upset meter, I would say it's probably an unlikely upset, right? It's pretty rare that 15 seeds beat a 2, and for that reason, I'm going to pick the Marquette Golden Eagles to move on to the second round. I think Vermont sticks with them for a while, but I think in the end, the talent and versatility of the Golden Eagles move them on to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Do you want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends, but humiliate them? If that sounds good to you, subscribe down below, because we are previewing all 36 first-round games of the NCAA tournament and give you the info you need to crush your friends and dominate your bracket pool.